This footage was shot in the aftermath of battles between Sudan's army, supported by armed groups, and its rival, the Rapid Support Forces in El Fasher, the capital of North Darfur. This fighter says these vehicles were captured from the paramilitary RSF, which for months has been trying to take over the city, the last army stronghold in the region. It's one of several fronts where the two sides have been locked in intense confrontations since April last year. The RSF controls most of the south, the west, and central regions, while the army dominates in the north and the east. The fighting between the army and the RSF is also happening here in the capital. That's created a nationwide humanitarian crisis that aid groups say has become catastrophic. Nearly 1 in every 4 Sudanese is now displaced because of the violence, and half of the 48 million population is in need of humanitarian assistance. This school in Omdurman is one of dozens being used as temporary shelters. Aid organizations have been struggling to reach many of those in need because of the violence and the lack of funding.
We used to get lentils from a community kitchen for breakfast and rice for lunch. Now we don't get either. And those who are sick can't get treatment. Sometimes we get tea in the morning, sometimes we don't.
There is no official death toll. Observers say it could reach 150,000 in a conflict marred by sexual violence and the targeting of civilian areas. The UN has described the crisis in Sudan as a children's crisis. It says more than 4.6 million have been displaced since April 2023. Al-Safi is an orphan. His parents were killed by artillery fire.
His parents were really worried about him and his siblings. They left their home and came to our district to escape the fighting, but the artillery fired near them. The father died immediately, the mother on the way to the hospital.
More than 17 months into this conflict, aid organizations say the international community has forgotten about Sudan. And as the humanitarian situation worsens, many are calling on UN member states to pressure the warring parties into protecting civilians and ending the violence. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Omdurman.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.